Recon Athlete Podcast is brought to you by Kreitz Market, The Social, and Focus Fit San Marcos. All right, Recon Athlete, episode number 106. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero is having a little bit of trouble right now. He's on his way, and he's on the watch party.
7, 9.
And we're trying to call him, but he doesn't want to be on the watch party. Zach, let us know where you're at, bro, and we'll come get you as soon as we're done here. All right. Yeah. He got a flat tire.
It looks like that. I mean, he's got those nice low profile tires and those really nice rims. And I've had that. Like, I've had a sports car before, and those low profiles, they can easily, like, the weather temperature is something that's probably causing that. That's happened to me before.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I told him don't drive.
Yeah.
I know it's only a mile and a half, but don't drive.
Yeah, he's about a mile and a half from a discount tire.
If you got a spare, man, just throw the spare on there.
Yeah, Snoop, hit up Zach. I don't know where he's at, but he's just having he's got a flat tire. He just needed a ride over here, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe at the crib.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
He didn't say.
Yeah. So, you think Zach can change a tire?
I mean, he asked about.
I don't want to call him out here, but
he asked us about a tow truck. I'm like,
bro, change your tire, Zach.
Yeah, just put the spare on.
Put the spare on. So go to your trunk, open it up. Probably underneath the floor of the trunk, there's going to be a spare tire, and also you'll probably have a jack and a tire iron. That's all you need.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a carpet liner, and then there's probably going to be a piece of like cardboard or material. You're going to have to lift all that up. Yeah. And then you probably have to unscrew a nut that's going to be holding the spare in place. And when you take out that tire, and if it's not underneath, it may be on the sidewall to the right.
Yeah.
Just as a heads up.
And shout out to Snupe. He said he's going to call Zach and try to help him out. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 106. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero with the flat tire. Shout out to Snoop Daniel that's going to try to save him.
Rescue mission.
Yeah, rescue mission. Yeah. Dang, I need more buttons on my hotkeys here. So we're talking college football. There's NBA playoffs going on, high school football, tour championships happening. Of course, I'm dressed like this because this is my Kentucky Derby outfit. We'll talk a little bit about the Derby. I completely forgot about it until shout out Stefano. My cousin Stefano hit me up. Good morning, Mama Laws. She says, have a good day on our watch party. And, there's lots going on today.
Sports is kind of like back, right?
Yeah.
Kind of has that vibe.
Yeah.
Especially today with everything that was postponed to September. Here we are. It's the first week of September, first Saturday in September. I mean, it's like a waterfall.
Yeah, and you had last night you had a couple Game 7s in the NHL. I'm not going to talk about it just because I really don't know anything about NHL. But we'll just mention Vegas moved on with a win, and of course Dallas Stars with an overtime win in Game 7 to defeat the Colorado Avalanche 5-4. I know Wes is really excited about that. He's a huge Stars fan. And he was he was cheering last night. We were working at the restaurant. When that goal went in overtime. So, congratulations to the Dallas Stars for moving on in the NHL playoffs. Also last night in the NBA playoffs, the Miami Heat 115-100 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks, it's panic time.
For sure.
3-0 Heat right now in that series. Paul, what do you think the Bucks are feeling right now? What's going through their head right now at this point? Are they resigned to just, hey, let's go through the motions and get out this bubble? Because I saw Zach last night, and when of course you guys were doing the show, or him and Snoop were doing the show, Flex ATX. on the horn, so they didn't get to watch the basketball game. But Zach was like, "Oh man," he goes, "The Bucks didn't want to be there." He goes, "They don't want to be there. They're ready to get out of the bubble." You think that's the case? I don't think so. But
I think we kind of touched on it a few weeks ago when they're such a young team. They don't really have any like veterans or guys that have been there for like maybe 5 or maybe more than 10 years. And with I think Giannis rather wanting to maybe go home because maybe he's tired of being there. I mean, they've been there for probably 2 months now, I think is the mark. And coming off of the last series, I think they were tested and they were like, I think we're done being here. I think the vibe, they're not feeling it anymore. They're probably done with being with the mundane routine that they're in and the bubble. And they probably don't feel like they can really compete for a championship the way they're playing. And I think that's indicative of maybe their feelings, maybe their vibes, maybe their emotions. And if they don't want to be in it mentally, you're not going to perform. And that's obviously pretty showing right now with the Heat taking advantage. And the Heat are a little bit more, veteran centric. They got guys that have been there a long time that are wanting to win a championship, wanting to move forward. And the other thing too, is there's a lot of rumors that Rip City, Portland is trying to get Giannis out of Milwaukee, and maybe he's distracted, and that's maybe showing in his play right now.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've heard the Toronto Raptors mentioned as well with him and God, what's the guy that I can't say his name ever, Sycam, whatever his name, I forgot. But those two guys, they are they'd be awesome together in Toronto. Of course, Toronto winning on Thursday night with the 3-point you want to say last second, but it was really a last half second 3-point shot from the corner to gain a game back. Now Boston leading 2-1, but I don't want to move on yet. I want to stick with the Bucks right now, just because for me the Bucks or any team are only you're only going to go as far as your leader is going to take you, right?
Your best player, yeah.
Your best player. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is their best player. Now he's getting a lot of heat, no pun intended, because he is a lot of the pundits are saying that, he just doesn't have that killer instinct. He doesn't have that dog in him, and that's what I keep hearing, man. I keep hearing that, and I'm like, I don't know, but when you're watching him, they're now his game's being broken down. They're talking about his post game. They're talking about he don't have like a fadeaway. He doesn't have like a signature move, kind of like the James Harden crossover backstep thing.
Right.
He doesn't have a signature move that he can go to score. But I mean, you're talking about it. What, 2-time NBA MVP? I mean, come on, like I don't know if it has anything to do with his competitive edge. I really don't.
I don't really think it does. And the main reason I don't think that is because this guy was a player who came in the NBA. If you look at that guy when he came in and you look at the guy now, they're totally different human beings. And that's a testament to his work ethic, his discipline, and not only his mental strength to kind of come to have that evolution physically to mature. But if you're going to tell me that a supreme athlete like Giannis is going to not have a dog in him, who's an MVP, who has these accolades individually, maybe he just doesn't have enough help around him, or maybe the help that is around him is already checked out. And if you're going to go out there against other superstars, you're not going to win and compete. You're not going to win while competing. It's just not going to happen. Yeah.
Pascal Siakam. That's how you say it.
Oh, Siakam. Okay.
I said Siakam because that's the way I first said it. Siakam. Thanks, Snoop. That's the Toronto Raptors star right now. You put him and Antetokounmpo on the same, and it's going to be real hard for people to say those two names together. Or at least for me, it would be.
I think Lillard and Giannis would be crazy good in the West.
Yeah. So 3-0, Miami is up. You think the Bucks come back and get a game or two at least?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not going to be a sweep.
No sweep. Okay, I was going to say that was going to be my next question. No sweep.
No sweep. No.
Okay. So the Bucks. So you putting $10 on 10 cents a dime, 15 cents, whatever. You putting it on the Bucks.
Yeah, I throw $1 for no sweep. That's what I would see.
Well, so we're saying game 4 coming up. Game 4
is a W.
Game 4 is a Bucks W. Okay. All right. Last night, Rockets 112, Lakers 97.
Say it again, Chris.
Rockets 112, Lakers 97. Paul, I know you watched this game, didn't you?
I didn't watch it because I was watching high school ball because I wanted to be prepared. Yeah. But I was monitoring. I kind of watched the game cast on ESPN just to kind of check what's going on. And the first quarter, LeBron was just handling Westbrook.
Yeah.
Handle him. And then the third quarter kind of came up and Eric Gordon, man, I don't think if it's for him, like I think that's who it was. For his point contribution for last night, if it's not in what it is, I don't think they get it done. And I think the Rockets had a huge second quarter to go into halftime up the way they did, and they were able to be steady and consistent, and then close out LeBron. But for LeBron and the Lakers, but for the Rockets to hold the Lakers to 17 points in the fourth quarter, I thought was monumental because D'Antonio teams, they don't play defense, and for some reason this year, maybe it's Westbrook, and Westbrook's been known to be a high defensive player in the past at Oklahoma, but last night for them to close out that way was, I think, a strong statement. But look, we've seen this before. We've seen LeBron go down a game, and then he comes back and has a resurgence in game 2. So I'm a little concerned for game 2, but at the same time, it's a great W to get against the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers held to 18 points. You were almost there.
18, okay.
But but that's a fourth quarter thing. I mean, like they were held to 18 points. It was just like in the Heat Bucks game. Heat outscored the Bucks by 27. It was 40-13 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
I mean, you're not going to win a ball game, if you get outscored like that in the fourth quarter. And both these top seeds going down in the fourth, not being able to finish it, going again across the finish line, and it's a huge win for the Houston Rockets.
Do you think
just to go up 1-0?
Do you think those teams that may feel the game is out of reach, maybe midway through the fourth quarter, they're just going to put their stars away for game 2 because they're in this very stringent environment in the bubble?
I mean, I would hope not.
It's what it looks like.
I would hope not, but you could be right. I mean, because in the NBA, I mean, we see this all the time. Even if there's a half a quarter left, even if you're down by 15 to 20 points, I mean, with the way the shot clock is and the way the game is played with these quick shots and these 3-pointers, I mean, if you're a team that can hit threes, that's built like that, even if you get hot from the 3-point line, you can get back into a game really quick, So I would hope that, this isn't, I mean, if you've seen that trend, I mean, I haven't seen it, but have you seen that?
The reason I bring it up is because if you look at the psychology, this is supposed to be game 1 in LA. This is where they're supposed to be, but now there's no home court advantage. There's no physical crowd there to feel that vibe and that energy. And if the coaches may feel that the players are kind of going flat, they may just say, hey, look, we know this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, so let's put everybody away for this game. We know it's out of hand because previously you could let players play through a drought and let them shoot until they get back online. But I think players feed off of the crowd noise, especially in the NBA where people are so close. LeBron may vibe or feed off of somebody who's maybe being a little chirpy on the bench area, courtside is what I'm trying to say, and kind of get a little bit of more motivation to get hot. But right now, with nobody there, no interaction, I think it's kind of hard for those elite players in the game to find extra motivation when they're down.
Yeah.
In game.
Yeah, because you can. I mean, we've seen it. You get a lot of motivation from the crowd. So maybe these stars are starting to feel, the crowdless effect. James Harden with 36 points in the game last night. Let's see, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. You mentioned Eric Gordon; he had 23 for the Rockets. PJ Tucker only 6 points, but he had 9 rebounds. So that's huge. Just crashing the boards. Russell Westbrook with the game, 24, 6 and 9 in 32 minutes. Let's see. I'm going to go over to the Lakers. Let's see. Oh, man, come on now. Lakers. All right. So LeBron James with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Anthony Davis leading the way for the Lakers with 25 points. He had 14 rebounds for the Lake Show. So Houston Rockets up 112-97. I know you're not throwing a party yet, Paul.
No, but in the moment
today. Yeah. So would you? I mean, as a Rockets fan, obviously you want the Rockets to win.
Oh, for sure.
But do you expect the Rockets to move on, or do you think this is a Lakers series?
My heart,
Your heart
is saying one thing and my mind is saying another. Now, let me just be a little clear. I've seen the Rockets be one player away when Chris Paul goes down against Golden State. I think if he stays, they get in there. This may come down to an injury, and I hope it doesn't. But if somebody on the Lakers gets injured, that's a key component. Not a LeBron or AD, but somebody else who's a big contributor. And those points get taken away, I think the Rockets can steal it. Or if Gordon keeps playing out of his mind, then that would be a hot thing. But it's the Rockets. It's live by the three, die by the three.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can play closeout defense like they did in that fourth quarter, if you can combine those two and play those things 3 more times, the Rockets can move forward. But that's asking a whole lot against LeBron and AD in the Lake Show.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Their next game is going to come up tomorrow at 7:30. Bucks Heat tomorrow at 2:30. All right, today's games, we got Raptors Celtics today at 5:30 and Nuggets Clips at 8 o'clock. Raptors Celtics, I think both of these series are going to be really good. Celtics has just been hot. And the Raptors, it took a last half-second shot to win that ball game last night, or else they were going to be down 3-0. So, I fully expect the Celtics to take this series. I'm hoping the Raptors are able to, tie it up, make it a good, make it good.
Plausible, man.
And then the Nuggets Clippers, the Clippers up 1-0, and that game is tonight at 8 o'clock. So we'll talk about that game maybe on Wednesday. All right, shout out to people on the watch party, and then Emo's already saying that he can't wait for the high school scores. I was like, really, man? Why? Wes is talking about Go Stars on here. And Wes is also saying that Nuggets get swept.
Wow, okay.
All right, Wes. Yeah, and he's the basketball guy, so.
Did you hear about that Did you hear about that breaking news?
No.
Okay, we'll save it for the next segment.
Why?
It's because it's football.
Well, let's make our transition right now. Go ahead. Tell me the breaking news.
Well, let's first shout out to Kreitz Market to get your Labor Day barbecue. Go ahead and hit them up at KreitzMarket.com or call them locally. You can find the number in Google. Just throw it in there. Shout out to Texas Point Outdoors too, man.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for those tumblers to come back in there. So, Reed, when you get them in, man, let us know. I want to pick one up.
Yeah.
NFL action. Breaking news about probably an hour ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Deshaun Watson. $39 million per year.
That's funny.
4 years.
I know there's a slight delay between our Facebook feed and what the people are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But right when you started talking, Wes puts on here Watson got paid.
Jerry.
Yeah. What was that number again? Say that again for everybody and me.
Per Adam Schefter, $39 million per year, 4 years. Highest paid NFL player.
Wow. So, and what's Dak's number is 35?
Right now, he's franchise tag at 31 plus.
Yeah, but he was asking, or he
wanted the number, the rumors, allegedly the number was Dak wanted between 40 and 45 per year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And everybody, and Jerry and everybody else was saying, that's great, but we're not paying that right now.
Mm-hmm.
They may have to because the market's been reset. It was reset by Patty Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Now it's been reset again. Now there's a big difference between their two deals. And Dak wanted 4 years.
Okay.
Deshaun got 4 years. Deshaun took $39 million in Texas. Dak didn't take $39 million in Texas. I think the number that Jerry wanted was probably between 35 to 38.
Okay.
And here we are.
All right. Well, so the Houston Texans took care of their guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Cowboys, I'm
just going to say this now.
Say it. Go ahead.
I'll say this right now. Dak Prescott will no longer be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys after the 2021 season because he will be franchised again next year.
Okay. And then he'll
go about his way, and he'll probably get broken off by somebody.
I mean, but I guess what's Plan B though? I mean, Andy Dalton.
The draft.
You think so?
Yeah, it's gonna. There's probably a quarterback that's at a big school right now that he's probably underperformed or not performed to his caliber that he got recruited at.
Mm-hmm.
And just like Joe Burrow, he was at Ohio State. He got beat out by a couple of guys who were, big time players, found his way to LSU. And 2 years later, he was the number 1 pick overall. And this is, I think, where Dallas is going to not find a guy like Burrow, but they're going to find a guy like, maybe Tua. Maybe they have a big downfall in the 2021 season and they drop or they trade up in the top 10 to go find a big player.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to find a quarterback in the top 10. They're not going to fall. They're not going to fall this year like CeeDee Lamb fell to the Cowboys at 17.
So, but the only way they can get like a top quarterback is if they have a bad season, right?
Right. That's why I said they're not going to have a bad season this year. But
next year,
in 2021, when Dak knows he's out, I personally believe, and I can't prove this, and I have no substantiated evidence, but I have a feeling that Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys know he will be here this year and he will be there next year. But after next year, it will not be done. Unless they play in a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Then it gets different.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know, man.
But hey, shout out to Deshaun Watson for getting paid.
Yeah.
Highest paid NFL player right now.
Yeah. So, and shout out to Wes. He is on here. He said the highest paid player ain't really done S. I'm not gonna cuss just because my mama watches this. You guys can if y'all want.
Ain't done shit.
Dak is crazy too. Win something, fools. Pat won a Super Bowl, then got paid.
Hey, no, ain't wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
He ain't wrong.
He's not wrong at all. Shout out to Wes. All right, so we do college or high school right now?
Let's do college.
All right, college football schedule here. Schedule, as they would say in the UK. Schedule. Middle Tennessee at Army, 1:30 on CBS Sports Network. Army is a 3.5-point favorite. Arkansas State at Memphis. That's at 8 o'clock. This is what you got, right?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm on CBSSports.com, by the way. Arkansas State at Memphis, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Memphis is a 19-point favorite. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Was there an over-under? Oh, no. They don't have it on here.
So ESPN's given a little bit better.
Yeah.
ESPN's given 18.5. It's just half a point. You could buy that half a point if you need to. But over under for this game is 73.5.
Arkansas State at Memphis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the pick on CBS Sports, they're saying under 74.
It's just somebody. So it's just a half a point. Somebody's putting a number somewhere. I think Caesars is the Caesars book is what ESPN goes by. Okay. They may just have a little bit different book.
All right. Also, BYU at Navy. This is going to be Monday night, 8 o'clock. I think these are Eastern times.
Yes, because I have 7.
Yeah. Navy is a 2-point dog to BYU. That's not a whole lot. It's almost a pick 'em there.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. And then, of course, SMU at Texas State. Is that today?
That is at 3:30 p.m.
in San Marcos.
That's right.
Are they having fans?
Yes.
They are having fans.
Socially distanced.
Man, if I didn't have to work, man, I might want to go there. SMU is a 22-point favorite on CBS Sports. What do they got on ESPN?
Hold on 1 second. We got Lucero calling in. Zach, 1 second.
Zach.
Hold on.
You there?
Wait.
Mijo. Mijo.
We're connecting. Hold on, Chris.
Oh. Mijo, everything's okay? Everything okay?
1 second, Zach.
And work your phone, Grandpa?
It's connecting.
Yeah.
See, connecting.
See, you need to get an iPhone, bro. My connecting connects right away, dog.
I mean, look, hey, y'all are ballers.
You and Snoop,
ballers.
need to get those iPhones. Zach, Lucero, you doing okay, mijo? You there?
Zach, can you hear us?
Hello.
Oh, there
I can hear you.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. We got you, man. Hey, so you were in your parking lot?
Yeah, like I went out this morning on time, actually, for once, and went to my car, and I got in the car, and that thing popped up saying I had a flat tire, and it was like 4 psi or whatever. Then I went and looked, and that shit all the way flat.
Oh, hey, so who'd you make mad, dude? Somebody slash your tire?
I don't know, but hey, can you come get me? I'm walking to you guys. I'll be like an hour and a half left.
Yeah, I'll send. Did Snoop call you?
Yeah, but I was on the phone with my dad. So.
Oh, okay.
Man, and my car didn't have a spare.
It doesn't have a spare?
No, it has a place where the spare's supposed to be.
What?
You bought a car without a spare?
I guess. Unless I looked at the wrong place, but in like the trunk, like underneath that little flap.
Yeah.
Did you look on the side, on the right side of the trunk?
Well, the spare would be underneath the carpet thing.
Some tires are on the right side in these newer
smaller
cars.
There's like a circular well. Well, I'm pretty sure a tire should be.
Where the spare tire should be, yeah. Dang, bro.
Some of the dealerships do that, man.
Yeah, they'll charge you extra for the spare tire.
Well, some of them like, oh, well, we need this spare over here. Take it out of that car.
Yeah, shout out, Leaf Johnson.
Dang, call him out, bro. Call him out.
So,
all right, man. Well,
so yeah, I'm gonna have to Uber to my girl to work in her car. So I still gotta take that kid to the airport at 11:40, and then I gotta figure shit out with AAA, I guess.
11:40. You better hurry. You got to pick him up at 11:40.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought you had to be there to be at the airport at 11:40.
You asked me the same question last night.
Oh, did I?
Did you forget, Grandpa?
Nah, man. I had too many orders in my head that I was trying to remember.
Yeah, y'all was popping last night. But I never dealt with AAA before, so I don't know how none of this works.
Man, hey, ask Snoop, man. He dealt with them the other day. He knows what's up. You got AAA?
Yeah. I think so. My dad said I do. But so we talked for like 30 minutes like I had AAA, and then he ended the conversation like, well, let me double check that you're on the policy.
Dang. But like he should. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Also check your.
Literally a tire place. Like
check your insurance too. Do you pay for your insurance? Do you pay for anything, Zach? Do you pay for your insurance?
Oh, my parents do.
Oh, okay. They might have some roadside assistance on the insurance too. I don't know.
Would it say that on like the little insurance card?
No.
Nah.
Just call and double check.
Yeah, you'd have to call them and ask them if they got roadside assistance as part of your thing. You don't have what kind of insurance is it?
Let's look. Shout out.
No hashtag no ads.
Yeah, shout out, hashtag no ads unless they help me. I'll shout them out.
Allstate. Okay.
Oh, you should be in good hands.
Yeah, I know, right? You should be. You can tell them to hook you up.
Yeah.
I got the what's the one with the lizard? Geico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. They are.
What you got, Paul? The General?
I got USAA, son. I got the best car insurance in the nation.
Oh, okay. We're over here shouting out all these insurance companies.
I don't have no fucking freaking.
No, you said it right.
You can say it, dude. You can say it, dude. My mom will she'll just turn this part down.
Yeah, sorry, Chris and Mom. Man, this sucks. This never happened to me.
Welcome to adulthood.
Yeah, you never had a flat tire, bro?
I have, but not like I had one like I like rolled up on a nail like while I was driving, and I was able to just like drive to the tire place, you know?
Yeah. See, like I don't know. Did you ever have a hoopty when you were younger?
No.
See, that's the problem with these kids these days.
All my cars is foreign, Chris. All my cars is foreign.
Oh, your cars is foreign. That's the problem with these kids these days. You know, back in my day, my parents gave me a hoopty, and it had all kinds of problems. That's the problem. So I had to change tires. I had to change, water pumps. I had to change alternators. I had to like
put oil in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Coolant. I mean,
all my cars is foreign, so I don't know where the spare tire is.
That's true.
But if I had a spare tire, I'll be doing the recon on the recon roadside.
Recon.
That would have been funny.
Change my tire.
Yeah, recon roadside. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, Zach. Well, you want to mention anything? You want to talk about Top Boy real quick while you're while you're on the line with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're watching this. So while we have Zach, he's supposed to be in the studio, but he's having car trouble with the flat tire. But while we have him on the line, our homework was to watch the Netflix series Top Boy, the first 4 episodes, right, Zach?
Correct.
All right. So I watched it. Paul, you watched it?
I'm gonna get a 0 for today. No,
I didn't watch it. All right, Zach. Let's talk about Top Boy. Give our listeners a little, premise of the plot line there.
I think things are just starting to heat up now. Deshane is linking back with Sully, who was a character from the original couple seasons of Top Boy, which is like his partner in crime.
Yeah.
So him and Sully are linking back up after Sully tried to start his own thing and it didn't work out because of racially charged attack.
Yeah,
I would say.
Okay.
Now they're linking back up because Deshane needed some money to pay his supplier.
Uh-huh.
So Sully's giving him the money. So they finally got the food from the supplier.
All right, and the food is another word for drugs.
And then Jamie is finally smoothing things over and coming out on top on the feud with Cam's gang, which is one of the rival up and coming gangs in London.
Yeah, and so Top Boy basically the plot of it is basically boil it down. It's drug dealers in London, in the streets of London, trying to just gain control over the drug market. And there's an old school guy that was in Jamaica for a while. He comes back trying to claim his old territory. There's a new guy that's younger guy that's claiming the territory as well. Obviously there's going to be some beef.
They got beef.
So if you haven't watched Top Boy, you're looking for something on Netflix. It's a pretty good show. I think Wes told me last night that he watched the first episode. He thought, and he also told me, Zach, that he does see the relation or the comparison with the show The Wire. Yeah.
And I have a hard time pushing that comparison because I've never seen The Wire, but
yeah.
Anything I've heard people talk about Top Boy is like a UK Wire.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what are you doing right now, Zach? Just waiting?
Going to the front of the apartment complex, and then I'm going to call my Uber.
Okay. All right, man. Well, take care of your business, brother. Let us know. Give us an update on the tire, and we'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully.
See you, man. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Maybe I'll see y'all at Revelry sometime this 3-day weekend.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll be there tonight, and then I'll be working brunch tomorrow. So come by, say what's up. You see my awesome shirt? You see my awesome shirt? I'm gonna wear this one.
AAA assistant, so I might be calling Snupe in a minute.
Yeah, hit him up. Yeah, he'll help you out. All right, bro.
All right, man.
We'll holler at you. All right, Zach with the flat
The
tire
update.
there. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying, man. I had the hoopty of hoopties back in the day. I didn't have no really nice car, and I'm thankful now.
Yeah.
For that.
Mm-hmm.
How people always say, "Oh, you're going to be thankful." People always say that you're going to be thankful that you had this. You're going to be thankful that whatever. Man, whatever. I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, because I had to do all those things.
Yeah, if you don't learn early, or if you don't get taught early, it's frustrating.
Yeah,
because you feel out of control, and whenever as humans, if we're out of control, we are extremely frustrated.
And back then, you didn't have YouTube to pull up to show you how to
you had to figure it out.
Yeah,
trial and error.
Yeah, critical thinking skills. All right, we were talking about college football.
Left off on Texas State.
Left on Texas State, SMU. Actually, shout out to John Paul. He was asking if Buechele is still with SMU.
That's affirmative.
All right, so that'd be a good game to. That's going to be on ESPN.
That's going to be on the Big Boy channel.
Yeah. That'd be a good game to watch. It'd be a good game to go to.
It'd be a good game to go to. It's not going to be don't get me wrong. I love my Bobcats and everything, but they're a 23-point dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll get into, the high school football. Let's see. You got the score? Did you send them to me?
I put him in the messenger.
Let me see if I can pull them up here. Messenger scores. All right, here we go. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last night we had Lampasas 41, Stephenville 0. Dang.
Bro, I told you. The score I put was like 61-45. That was my prediction. But I knew that Lampasas would roll. And I listened. The reason I gave Stephenville the credit was, one, because of Trace Morrison and company. But at the same time, like, when you lose a D1 guy like Renfro going to Ole Miss, I mean, that's a big hole to fill. But the legacy of Stephenville is why I kind of gave him those high points. But I knew Lampasas and Ace Whitehead and company would handle business. But shout out to Owen Seaver on that defensive end and company to hold Stephenville to 0 points. Big matchup next week against Wimberley. Teaser.
Yeah, and Wimberley with the 33-14 win over Cuero last night. Wimberley Texans. Last minute win last week, and then,
Bro.
Much different this week.
No, it wasn't. The score is an illusion.
Is it?
Wimberley, I watched the second half of this game, but Wimberley was down the majority of the first half, and it wasn't until that Matthew Tippy and Christian Marshall kind of got in sync in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. But if it wasn't for Juan Olmedo, their running back, and Moses Ray was contributed, but Olmedo was when they got to the goal line. He had 2 big touchdowns that kind of pushed them ahead. After that, that's when Tippy and Christian Marshall totally took off and was able to get in the end zone. But there was a time where, the extra points for Wimberley was highly questionable, and that's due to the fact of them losing their kicker. Mm-hmm. And so they were having one of their receivers come in and try to kick extra points where it really wasn't happening. That's why you see that 33 up there instead of 35.
All right, and the Rockdale Tigers took care of the Taylor Ducks 55-21. Also, Lexington Eagles 35, Thrall 6.
So about those two teams, Rockdale, Lexington, next week you're having blockbuster matchups. Mm-hmm. So you have Lexington against probably, at the time, Rockdale is ranked number 6 in 3A. They'll probably bump up to 5, but Lampasas and Wimberley, I'm just going to say it right now. We'll tease it for Wednesday. Lampasas is going to embarrass the Wimberley Texans next Friday night on September 11th.
All right. Wow, really?
Chris.
Okay.
It is going to. I'll have my prediction. I'll have my prediction.
We'll
company.
Do it. We'll do it on Wednesday.
Wednesday night, that's when we'll have the breakdown between the Wimberley Texans and the Lampasas Badgers in Lampasas, and then Lexington will go over to Rockdale, and they play right next right next to each other down the highway. I can't really sure what it is off the top of my head, but
yeah,
we'll break those teams down next week.
All right, and I think I pulled up. I think I got queued up here. Your second hour interview with. Cool. Is that the good one?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. The first one was short, but this one, I have a little phonetic trouble with some.
Well, you want to do the first one?
No, let's do the second one. That's me and Snoop have a little conversation.
Okay, so this is P-Rod, Paul Rodriguez on Friday Night Flx, episode 22, hour 2 with Snoop Daniel, Zach Lucero, and then the kid. What's his name? Nolan? All right.
Yeah, Nolan.
All right, let's see. Let's check this out.
Recon athlete on the Vaquero hotline right now. Paul, thanks for rejoining us. Excited to have you in the studio starting September 25th. But anything crazy happened on social media between the last time we talked and now?
No, but just a little side note. We did see Jace Robinson, or not see, but heard him go down. And just want to give a little side note. Rockdale was able to reload, brought in Kobe Mitchell, the junior at quarterback. He was a quarterback as a sophomore, and then he went to varsity, wanted to play. So he went to wideout, and with Jace going down, he just takes the helm at quarterback. But, man, this Rockdale team, you're right, Snoop. They're just 100% on point right now.
Well, I don't know if it's the swaggy uniforms or if they're just that good, because it seems like every play that they're looking like it looks like they know they're on TV and they're playing like it.
That's what happens when you have 3- and 4-star recruits on your team. You can just ball like that.
Yes. All right, Paul, let's talk Austin area recruiting, of course, at Recon Athlete on top of it. And, Paul, I do personally just want to tell you, I noticed the uptick in interaction, and your hard work is paying off. But recruiting notes from around Central Texas this week.
Yeah, in the second hour, I wanted to give a big shout-out to the Lake Travis Cavaliers. 3 different Cavs picked up offers this week, and I wanted to start with that man, Austin Spilly, getting an offer from McMurray University. Of course, Jackson Scruggs, big time wide receiver, getting an offer from Southwestern. And then Aiden Nava from the prestigious Washington and Lee University getting an offer as well. I forgot the young man in the first hour, LBJ Jaguar, new kid on the block. Everybody knows him. He runs deep, the running back. Danny Davis getting an offer as well from East Central University. And then the man this week, Elijah Estes out of Vista Ridge, getting an offer from Albright as well as Puget Sound University. So he's coming up as well for the Rangers. And I mean, if we want to just talk a little bit about the smaller schools, I kind of give a big shout out to Lexington athlete Jared Kerr, picking up offers from all over the United States, from Texas to Notre Dame to Florida. So shout out to OU and A&M as well. They're getting in the mix. But I got some beef. I got a little bit of backlash from some Baylor fans in regards to Jared Kerr. They wanted to make sure that they were the first to come in and give an offer to Jared out of Lexington.
Yes. In fact, a quick update, Lexington leading Thrall 14-0 into the first quarter. 2 carries for Jared Kerr and 2 walk-in touchdowns. So making a name for himself. This is funny. Just to watch the story unfold. Okay, a little closer to home, because I know, I feel, I haven't really seen any posts, but I almost feel like the 6A and 5A, I feel that they're biting their tongue, them seeing so much land passes and Taylor coverage, and it makes them hungrier, you'd have to think.
How about Stony Point's DB, Jabori Atkins, on the show tonight, getting an offer from Whittier College? And then also, I wanted to make sure that Jalen Mosley gets an offer, the athlete out of McNeil, picking up an offer from Carthage College as well. And then rounded them out, Leander, getting some Leander news, DB Ray Exley. I want to make sure that I say that right.
Oh, I got you. It's Eaglesea. It's an eagle, you see? Eaglesea.
Well, I like that. But getting an offer from Brown College as well. Love to see that. And then the Vandergrift linebacker Michael Mastro Di Casa.
You got it, right. Mastro Di Casa. Di Casa.
Yeah, getting that Grinnell College love, picking up an offer as well. And, we just have to make sure Vista Ridge stays on the map, because this is the hardest name to pronounce, but Vista Ridge, get young man receiver, I believe, Quaid, I think he was on your show.
Hegdevet. Quaid Hegdevet.
Hegdevet. Awesome. We're going to need to get a linguist to say some of these names, but it's also it's great to get the love out there for the young people, but I'm happy to be here, man.
Yes. Yeah, Quaid Hegdevet, and oh man, there's some names out there for sure, Paul. I wanted to ask you something else before I let you go. I guess thoughts about 6A, 5A approaching. Do you think it's going to happen?
Snoop, I'm happy, man. I'm just happy there's football, and I kind of want to stay in the moment. But if I had to make an educated guess, I'm going to say, as this moment moving forward, we will have 5A and 6A ball. We're going to have the scrimmages next week. I know Lockhart scrimmages Bastrop Thursday on the 17th. I think that's one of the first scrimmages going on in the 5A level. So it's a waiting game, but one day at a time is kind of where I'm at with it.
Okay, Paul, I appreciate you as always. Shout out your socials and what's coming up tomorrow morning on Recon Podcast.
Yeah, Recon. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. Like and subscribe to the podcast, and then we'll let you know when we upload if you hit the bell. But tomorrow morning, we're going to be recapping all the 4A and 3A matchups that we featured on Wednesday. We're also going to be doing a profile on the first Saturday of college football in 2020 in the middle of the pandemic. Kind of awkward.
Yeah. Texas State getting some national TV love tomorrow. Who they play in Texas State?
SMU.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and then the SMU TCU game I heard got canceled. So,
yep.
Anyway, okay, Paul, thank you as always. Recon athlete, you are a gentleman and a scholar.
Snoop, I appreciate your help. Have a good night.
All right, Recon Athlete, episode 106. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, shout out to Snoop Daniel, and Flex Friday nights and Flex ATX for having Paul on the show. And of course, Zach co-hosting that show. Paul, you're going to be in studio here in a couple of weeks or a few weeks. September
25th.
September 25th will be in the studio. 2/3 of Recon Athlete will be there on Flex ATX. And excited about it. It'll be a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. I've kind of got this little bit of I think good anxiety. I think it's getting me motivated and prepared, and so I'm kind of studying every night to make sure I'm prepared. But I think with my daily activities and making sure the young people get their exposure with the posts on social media with Recon Athlete on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, it's just kind of filling in the gaps, And I think right now I'm doing okay, but that's a big boy channel right over there, big boy radio station
on the horn. Yeah,
it's not no lightweight stuff. So I know there's an expectation, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure, do it for the brand.
Oh, you're gonna kill it, man. You're gonna kill it, Mufasa. All right. The reason why I'm dressed like this, not only because I look good,
swagged up,
because it's Derby Day.
Yeah, man.
Kentucky Derby. Today coverage starts, I think, about 2:30 on NBC. I like how they have like 4 hours or like 3.5 hours of preview for a race that lasts 2 minutes.
Wall to wall coverage. Yeah,
and they do it all the time. You do it every year, but it is Derby Day. Let's see. Post time is approximately 6:01. So I'll be at the restaurant at the time. I'll try to get at least one of those TVs on there. And the favorite right now is 'Tis the Law at 3-5. And then it's going to be Honor AP at 5-1. And then I saw 1,000 Words at 15-1. King Guillermo has been scratched, which is, it's kind of disappointing because, I probably would have been going for King Guillermo. And then the next, he's at 20-1. And then the next ones that are coming up at the best odds are, let's see. I missed one. Authentic is 8-1. Sorry about that. New York Traffic, I said, was 20-1. Sol Volante is 30-1. And Money Moves is 30-1. Enforceable 30-1. Max Player 30-1. And then it goes up from there. 50-1 odds for Storm the Court, Major Fed, South Bend, Mr. Big News, Necker Island, Attachment Rate, Winning Impression, and that's going to be it. Those are the guys. Those are the horses that are, got the longest odds to win this race. All right, Max Player, Enforceable, Storm the Court, Major Fed, Money Moves, South Bend, Mr. Big News, 1,000 Words, Necker Island, Sol Volante, Attachment Rate, Winning Impression, New York Traffic, Honor AP, 'Tis the Law, Authentic. Any of those names come out to you? Like,
bro, I thought you were singing 12 Days of Christmas for a minute. I'm like, what the hell
Max
is this?
Player, Enforceable. I like just based on the name, because I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I just like the fashion.
The fashion? Like DA?
Yeah, DA. I would say King Guillermo would have been my.
Yeah.
But he got scratched. Let's see. Maybe Storm the Court. I kind of like that one.
What was the third best odds? The 15-1 guy?
15-1. Well, I think the third best odds, I missed one. 8-1 is Authentic. But the 15-1 guy is 1,000 Words.
Yeah, that one. I like that.
1,000 Words?
Yeah, I like him.
Like 1,000 Words? Okay. Max Player. That's pretty good. 30-1.
Isn't that a golfer?
No, I don't think so. South Bend is, I don't know if that's named after the town, home of Notre Dame. Mr. Big News, I like that. The other one's Attachment Rate. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Winning Impression. I do like, okay, New York Traffic. That's got to be yeah.
Is that representative of New York now or of New York
I don't know, yeah. Pre-COVID. I don't even know. Well, I'm just saying New York Traffic because it says NY Traffic. So I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even stand for it. Maybe it doesn't even stand for New York Traffic.
Maybe the dad of that horse was like a New York horse cop. Like it was a horse that was like the mounted patrol.
Yeah.
Maybe its dad came from there. That's why I got that name.
Maybe. So Kentucky Derby, go get your fedoras and these hats. I just call these like what? I don't even know what they're called.
Newsboy hats.
Newsboy hats.
I don't know. Boston. I know you be in Boston. I can't even say that right.
Or Peaky Blinders hats.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stefano. He got me this hat for Christmas a couple days ago, or a couple Christmases ago. A couple Christmases ago. So shout him out. And I got this nifty shirt at Goodwill this morning. That's why I was late.
Nuh-uh.
I did.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You just straight Macklemore
It's
it
pretty.
or what?
It's pretty cool, right?
Just Macklemore. Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, it's got little parrots on it. I think I'm gonna wear this to work tonight.
All right.
Yeah. I'll wash it and then put it on.
You shouldn't have said that. I was like, Chris, you already did wash it, remember?
Oh yeah, I did. So Kentucky Derby tonight, 6:00. All kinds of sports going on today. Also happening today's the Tour Championship going on. And right now, Dustin Johnson and John Rahm, who were in a battle last week in a golf tournament, with John Rahm, hitting a 66-foot putt to take that.
Bro, it was crazy.
Yeah, to take that tournament over Dustin Johnson in extra holes. And they're tied atop the leaderboard here in East Lake at the Tour Championship, and this is only a 3-day tournament. And it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so. They've got a 105 tee time for Dustin Johnson, John Rahm. So all you golf fans out there, I'm one of them. This is going to be fun to watch. JT is up there at 11 under, and Rory McIlroy at 9 under. So got some names up there. So it'll be fun to watch Tour Championship this weekend.
That's how I spend my Sundays.
Yeah,
I just straight golf. There's nothing else on yet.
Yeah,
we're not gonna have any NFL till next weekend, Chris. Can you believe it?
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
No. That was weak.
Sorry.
You still don't believe it?
Still don't believe it.
Man, I can't. Chris, every time a game comes on, I do a little quick snap on Instagram, and I just put #happy because I'm happy, man. Because I didn't think this day was gonna come.
Yeah.
I was legitimately fearful that we were not going to have football.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
Well, I mean, we have some football. We don't have all football.
Listen, I know. I understand. Big 12 starts next week. We'll have some games then. SEC doesn't start till the 26th. So it's still a ways away for the elite teams. But, man, I'm grateful for what I have.
That's true.
Just got to be grateful.
Always got to be grateful for what you got. I always got to make sure got to remind myself of that sometimes. All right, Recon Athlete episode 106. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez. Shout out to Zach Lucetto, having some car trouble this morning. We'll and do you think he really didn't have a spare tire? Do you think he just kind of made that up just so we wouldn't dog on him for not knowing how to change a tire?
Let's put it this way. On Wednesday, I'm gonna drive to Zach's car and I'm gonna be like, Zach, give me your keys. I'm going to open your trunk.
Not you're telling him.
I don't care.
Okay.
Because if this is going to do two things.
Okay.
It's either he really doesn't have one.
Okay.
Or he really doesn't have one right now and he'll go buy one.
Either way, it's a
win-win.
It's a win-win.
For him.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's good. All right. Other topics as assigned. Anything else? Oh, Earl to the Cowboys. You want to talk about that?
So, man, I don't know if. There's a lot of rumors out there. Brandon Carr is now in the mix.
Talk about the rumors. Tell listeners about it.
So, everybody, if you don't know, Earl Thomas got released by the Ravens a few weeks ago. Just so happened that Gerald McCoy got the defensive tackle for the Cowboys. Gerald McCoy gets injured. He gets released, opening up cap room right in time when Earl gets released. At the same time, this past few days, Clinton Dix, the safety that was brought in to shore up the back end, gets released by the Dallas Cowboys. So more cap space gets put away for it to available so that people can bring in and get signed. So now it looks like it's a two-person race. Brandon Carr, who previously played with the Cowboys, and Earl Thomas. And there's a lot of rumors that there's a deal with Earl. Now there's a lot of rumors saying there's a deal with Brandon Carr. Either way, I'd love for it to be Earl Thomas, just solely because when you as an individual grow up rooting for a team and a fan of a team, and then you have the opportunity to play for that team at the pro level, I think you're willing to put away your ego a little bit so that you can put the star on the side of your head and play for the Dallas Cowboys. The other thing too is I think all the negative attention that Earl's received is misguided. I think that people just want to label him a certain way for whatever reason, but I got in fights when I was playing football. I don't know if you did.
Yes, I did.
So if you get in fights,
I got kicked out of a game one time.
If you get in fights with your own teammates, you're probably gonna have to do a little extra running, but you're not gonna get cut from a team if you're an all-pro.
Right.
And so for that nonsense, that straight up lack of leadership for them to get rid of Earl, I think was extremely misguided. Maybe he didn't fit their culture for whatever reason. But at the same time, Earl Thomas was an All-American at the University of Texas. He's an All-Pro in the NFL, and I think anybody would be grateful to have him. Obviously, the Ravens thought so.
Yeah.
He couldn't get the deal done in Seattle for whatever reason, and the dude's an alpha. And if you can't handle an alpha on your team, you're probably going to let him go. Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Look, man, you could have a great back-end defense if you can sign Earl alone.
Yeah.
Get the deal done.
I mean, we'll see, man. You know,
and Brandon Carr just to me has in those moments he did great when he was in Jacksonville. He did great, but when he was with Dallas, it's just some things just didn't work, and maybe he didn't fit that defensive coordinator's ideology. Maybe he wasn't a good fit. But Earl Thomas, you can put him in any system, he'll fit. Yeah,
and Jerry Jones is the GM that's going to take. You know, he's not worried about personalities. He really isn't.
He does great with those kind of personalities. Yeah. He finds a way to make it work.
Yeah. So if he does, I mean, it'll only make the team better. So
man, you're talking a whole lot better.
Shout out. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Jerry, do something right.
He's done a lot right.
He's good. Yeah. Lately he's been making some good decisions.
I don't want to say Jerry. I say Jerry because that's what everybody knows. I'm really talking to Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Jones. Hey man, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the drafts have been good. Mm-hmm. The free agent pickups have worked out. The
right coaches have been hired.
Right coaches,
not only at the head guy, but in the position coaches.
Yeah. So they've been having some good pickups. Emo, you're gonna have to expound on your posts because I don't know what you're thinking. He says, "Any word on UIL threats?"
We're not talking about anything that's a Debbie Downer.
What is a UIL threat?
We're not going to entertain it. I'll tell you off air. Oh. It's talking about COVID. Oh. I'm grateful for having football. Dude. That's what we're talking about.
Come on, dude. We're not talking about that, dude. We're done. We're done with that nonsense.
Yeah, we had 6 months of it.
Yeah. I love you, Emo. All right. Any shout outs?
Man, shout out to Kreitz Market, Texas Point Outdoors. Hey guys, if you're a business owner and you're watching us right now and you enjoy the product, if you'd like to be a sponsor of ours, do a little bit of advertisement for your business, reach out to me at paul.rodriguez@reconathlete.com. Hit up us on Instagram if you see us there in the direct messages. Shout out to God, my family, my everybody that supports me. Thank y'all very much. I'm so happy for high school ball. I'm so happy for college ball today. And 1,000 words. Let's get it done.
All right. Shout out to God, my parents, of course, our sponsors, Kreitz Market, Texas Point Outdoors. Shout out to Zach, of course, Paul, Snupe. We got a lot of sports on today, everybody. So, I know it's Labor Day weekend. People trying to get outside, but if you're getting ready for the party or after you come back from the party, I mean, there's basketball, there's golf, there's football, there's horse racing. I mean, all kinds of stuff. It might be some NHL. I didn't check, but we'll see. So shout out to everybody. Happy Labor Day weekend, and of course, I just want to
3-day weekend.
3-day weekend. I know, man. Right? I know everybody's. I actually might have a day off of work on Monday, but I'll probably end up working.
Take that day, man. Breathe.
I got a lot of work to do.
All right.
I like to do. And I also just want to say RIP to my brother Robbie. It's going to be 17 years this weekend. I miss you, bro. Sorry. And love you. All right, man. Everybody have a good weekend, y'all.
Yes.
Holla. Let me get this transition.